You owe no apology to Muslims, Wole Soyinka tells Davido. Renowned Nobel Laureate, Professor Wole Soyinka, has come out in defense of Nigerian superstar Davido over a video of his new signee he put up on Twitter, which appears to have denigrated the Muslim faith. If you would recall, Davido bowed to pressure and deleted the music video snippet off his Twitter page titled Jaye Lo, which was released by Logos Olori, an artist under his music label. The snippet showed some people dressed in white jalabias like Muslims, praying the way Muslims do before launching into dancing as they recited some Quranic verses and prayed. In spite of deleting the tweet, which also carries a snippet of the video, some Muslims are still demanding for an apology from the singer. Rising to defend Davido over the recent incident, the Nobel Laureate accused former governor of Kaduna State, Nasser El-Rufai, of making derogatory comments against Christians in the past, but never asked to apologize, amongst other things. He wrote, and I quote, "No apology is required, none should be offered. Let us stop battening down our heads in the mush of contrived contrition. We know where contrition, apology, and restitution remain clamorous in the cause of closure and, above all, justice. Such apologies have not been forthcoming. In their place, we have the ascendancy of petulant censorship in the dance and music department. Just where it will end." End quote. He added, and I quote, "As already admitted, I have not seen the clip, but I insist on the right of the artist to deploy dance in a religious setting as a fundamental given. Such deployment is universal heritage, most especially applicable in the case of Islam, where a plot of land, even without the physical structure, can be turned in the twinkling of an eye into a sacral space for believers to gather and worship in between mundane pursuits." End quote. According to the professor, dancing in front of a mosque could not therefore on its own be read as an act of provocation or offense, but as affirmation of the unified sensibility of the spiritual in human. He wrote, and I quote, "Let us learn to read it that way. Those who persist in taking offense to bed and serving it up as breakfast should exercise their right of boycotting Davido's products. No one quarrels with that right. However, it is not a cause for negative and incisive excitation."
Wow. Okay, so I stumbled on Renan Mokri's post as regards this, and I totally agree one way or the other with what Renan Mokri put up. That
I've not seen that.
Yeah, that he was stating that, oh, coming from a man that doesn't believe in God, that's Wole Soyinka, is an atheist, that you shouldn't take his advice serious. Because people actually worship their God. They adore their God. They adore whatever it is that they do, their place of worship. Now, this man doesn't believe in what you believe and is telling you not to apologize for whatever it is that you must have offended a particular religion. That's awkward, by the way. I like it that Davido has deleted the video, but apparently people still want more, because we've seen viral videos and pictures of Davido getting burnt and all that. It's leading to another drama. But for Professor Wole Soyinka to come up and tell Davido not to apologize, I don't think that's a good move. It's a long statement he put out.
Yeah, because
breaking everything down.
Because you can actually take that from different angles. You can take it from different angles there. Yeah. Especially with the fact that I think it was the last part of it where he said that if anybody wants to dissociate themselves from Davido's works, feel free.
Mm-hmm. It's a personal decision.
Don't take it to the next level.
It's a personal decision. And I remember that when we talked about it 2 days ago, I said there are proper, channels that you can actually, direct your grievances to, especially with the fact that he also said it. He said that, because they said NBC, they reported to NBC. If you reported to NBC, that's the body that is, it won't be played on TV.
Okay, but NBC doesn't control the social media space. So that video was still
hold on. Just calm down.
Because this matter...
Hold on. So I was saying, I'm not even saying that you shouldn't come out to say this is against our religion, but that thing that the professor, not Professor Wole Soyinka now, the Muslim
Moric
professor,
yeah.
yeah, talked about. He said this in the past has caused riots, and lives and properties have been lost. And I'm like, I don't think it should lead to riot or war or anything. Deal with it. There are ways to deal with this thing. I am not happy with what you have done, and you have disrespected my religion. And I'm saying that if you say so, and I even cited an example of Benson using Reverend sisters. And Reverend sisters have suffered in this life.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you even see Pretty Mike go to events.
Even the white garment church.
You know, they even use white garment churches and all of those. And you keep wondering. And maybe some of these people come out to say that those people did not talk and that is not their business, you know. But should we now say that people should just desist from mimicking any religion?
There's a thin line. Culture,
okay, before we move on quickly, I just have to say that regardless whatever anybody's beliefs are, pagan, Muslim, Christian, we all know that the place of worship is sacred, right? You don't play around with the place of worship because you have an
Then don't take goats inside the church.
Right, you don't play around with it. But all I'm saying is whatever is good for the goose should be good for the gander. Yeah, you can't turn a blind eye on on another religion and then you're more invested in another religion. If you want to do for this, you have to do for B. You know, so it should just be like that.
And so now can't suppose the issue now. If they see some goats, person carry goats, enter church.
What is that body that regulates it? Then they should cancel everything. Let's move on.
Okay, yeah.
And that's all we can take on the entertainment news.